I know you had to pinch yourself because AJ Lee is really back after an entire decade, 10 long years. AJ Lee returns to WWE. They always come back. They always manage to come back. And you know what? One of the main reasons I've always wanted to see AJ Lee come back to pro wrestling is because she left right before that women's evolution was really about to take off. So I've always wondered, man, she was very impactful for the Divas era, very impactful for the time frame that she was there. But I've always wondered what it would look like her comparing and matching up to the current modern day women's wrestling superstars. One thing that also made AJ Lee stand out about her era, she to me really didn't feel like the average diva that was attached to the WWE brand. Like, she was somebody who stood out with their character work. She was unique. She actually had storylines with the guys back in the day. Like, I feel like she's always somebody who reminded me a little bit of Lita during her time. Like, Lita came from the Divas era, but Lita really didn't feel like a per se diva to me, opposed to what WWE was looking for women superstars. Like, Lita was cool, she was a little edgy, like, she was a little bit different, she stood out. AJ Lee was the same way. And now that she's officially back, I am excited to see the possible matchups of superstars she can go up against, and I'm going to drop a few dream matches that I would like to see personally. Before we dive into that, please make sure to subscribe, like, share, comment below, turn on all notifications to be updated with all things pro wrestling related right here on this platform, and to be updated every single Sunday 5 p.m. Eastern time zone when we go live for the No Name Wrestling Podcast. I promise you don't want to miss that. One of the best wrestling podcasts out there. So we know Becky and AJ are going to be doing business together, and that's going to be good business right there, man. Becky Lynch, one of the biggest, most popular, impactful women's superstars of all time, as well as AJ Lee. I firmly believe Becky Lynch is the GOAT for women's WWE superstars, and when it comes to matches, I don't think there's a better opponent that AJ Lee can match up against other than Becky Lynch. Like, Becky Lynch can provide good matches with damn near anybody. A lot of people you can name, Becky Lynch has had a good match against them. Liv Morgan and Tiffany Stratton, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Nia Jax, Trish Stratus, Lyra Valkyria. Like, you name them, Becky Lynch has pretty much provided a good match out of them. But AJ Lee is going to have other storylines outside of this one for the future. We don't know how long she's going to be around in WWE, but I'm very excited to see the possible matchups, and here are some that I would really like to see. I got to throw mommy Rhea Ripley on here. I mean, you think of the character work between Rhea Ripley versus AJ Lee, the popularity between the two. Genuinely don't think either one of them could be a heel, because Rhea Ripley is the most popular and beloved women's superstar in WWE right now. Now that AJ Lee is back, she could take that spot, but I don't see the fans booing Rhea for AJ Lee, and I don't see the fans booing AJ Lee for Rhea. So, you know, you could always do babyface versus babyface. I'm not exactly sure what type of story they would tell, but that's a matchup that definitely intrigues me, that I definitely have to see. Yeah, I gotta throw Liv Morgan on there as well. Like, we've seen Liv Morgan play that cuckoo character as well. I don't think she's played it as great as AJ Lee does, but we've seen Liv Morgan tap into that side, and that's a very good babyface versus heel matchup right there. I would very much be intrigued by that one as well. I feel like that one is bound to happen. I've always felt Bayley unfortunately falls in that category, being just overlooked time and time again. Bayley is one of the greatest women's professional wrestlers of all time. She's on my Mount Rushmore personally, and I feel like her matching up against AJ Lee, we know they're good friends in real life, but I genuinely just don't see how that could flop. The match quality that Bayley could provide from AJ Lee and vice versa, genuinely, I have to see this happen. Bianca Belair, the EST, I mean, she's been one of the best professional wrestlers in the women's division, you know, bell-to-bell match quality-wise for the WWE for some years now. So, genuinely, that's something I have to see right there. I could definitely sink my teeth into that rivalry, because Bianca Belair, AJ Lee, that's a WrestleMania-worthy match right there. I'm going to throw Charlotte Flair in this conversation as well. I mean, Charlotte has been one of the best athletes in the women's division, so it's like, you know, for AJ Lee to come back, how could she not do something with Charlotte Flair? Like, that's something that has to happen. Everybody knows, like, this has to happen. If you know the backstory of Roxanne Perez and who she idolized growing up and who she wanted to be like you know this has to happen, bro. AJ Lee, Roxanne Perez, come on, bro. Like, that's definitely bound to happen. That's something that I definitely hope we get as well. I'll throw out a couple other names, you know, definitely got to see Stephanie versus AJ Lee. Julia would be another one that I would definitely love to see. Asuka versus AJ Lee. Io Sky, oh my gosh. Io Sky versus AJ Lee would be crazy. Oh my god, just thinking about that right there. Tiffany Stratton, you know, there's so many great women superstars in the division right now. One name I'm also going to throw out there, Sol Ruka, bro. I'm a massive Sol Ruca fan. I believe she's one of the greatest women's athletes we've ever seen step foot in a WWE ring, point blank, period, bro. That is a matchup that I definitely would love to see and that I definitely would buy into. AJ Lee versus Sol Ruca. Sol Ruca's still in NXT, still developing. You know, she hasn't really reached an apex yet on the main roster or made a name for herself just yet. But Sol Ruca could be on the come up, bro. She's somebody that I feel like could be very beneficial to WWE's future, depending on, booking how they use her. Like, I'm getting chills, bro. Just thinking about it gets me hyped, gets me amped up, because this is why I've always wanted AJ Lee to come back once again. Thinking about the possible matchups that she could have against other superstars that she wasn't able to do back at her peak, back at her apex when she was in WWE, because she left in 2015 right before that women's revolution really was starting to take off, bro. Like, she left right before everything started to change and evolve, and I'm always like, man, sitting back thinking as a fan, like, if she ever were to come back, all the women she could work with and the things that she could do in this era of women's wrestling, bro, it could be monumental. Now, we don't know how this run's going to turn out. The future is yet to be determined, so we could look back on this video many, many years later like, damn, that flopped. That wasn't really that great. Or we could look back and say, man, that was one of the best things that ever happened. But overall, this was one of the most exciting moments that I think has happened this year in WWE, just in wrestling in general. AJ Lee coming back for the first time in a decade, bro. We're talking 10 long freaking years. An entire decade, bro. Like, this is something that everybody, I feel like, as a wrestling fan, should be excited about. Who are some superstars you want to see AJ Lee match up with personally? Who are some dream matches, some dream feuds, some promo battles, just all of the above? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to see more wrestling content, you can click the video right here. If you want to check out the No Name Wrestling Podcast, you're in luck because you can click the playlist right there to check out every single episode.